Hello, this is Heather Hoffman, and I'm here today with a look at the brand new September 2019 Reverse Confetti release. This is an awesome big release. There's a total of 5 stamp sets with coordinating dies, 1 standalone stamp set, 6 separate standalone confetti cuts, and 1 beautiful 6x6 paper pad. So let's take a closer look at each of these, shall we? First off, we have the beautiful peony stamp set with coordinating confetti cuts. There's a beautiful large bloom, lots of lovely little greenery. I love how the coordinating confetti cuts cut out some of the little details on the leaves there, as you can see. I have this card that I've already done, and there's that little bit of the cutout on one of the leaves. I love how Reverse Confetti does that with some of the details on the die cuts like that. Next up, we have a super cute Halloween set. I personally don't do Halloween cards, but I was super excited to be able to use that little spider and web to even make a non-Halloween card. So it's a nice versatile set with some cute images and some fun sentiments and lots of versatility, as you can see there. All right, next up we have another fall set. This one right here is called With a Thankful Heart. And it's a beautiful pumpkin with some lovely florals, beautiful sentiments. You can just see how pretty that one pumpkin on its own with all the flowers included, and the font on those sentiments is so pretty. And then this is a separate thing that I made using just the florals and one of those sentiments. It's actually a magnet that I'm going to hang on my fridge, kind of for the fall, just kind of a good reminder, I felt like. All right, moving on to the next one. Next up, we have the beautiful Joyous Holiday. This is a great Christmassy set. The angels are adorable. There's a little manger scene, some great sentiments in the wreath and the Christmas tree, and that adorable little mouse. Fun for building some simple little scenes like this card. I just used a few images on there, and you can see how they scale and how the sizes work together on an A2 card with that. All right. Finally, with the coordinating confetti cuts, we have Joys of the Season. And this one is a great, it almost feels like a retro Christmas stamp set to me. I love those fun images. I have a little card I put together using that bell and some of the little greenery on the sides there. And again, the bell on that, some of these use, they have the little cutouts on the details on the coordinating confetti cuts. And then that sentiment is beautiful font and nice and large and just fills the front of an A2 card quite nicely. All right, next up we have our freestanding stamp set, and it's a sentiment set. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's a beautiful brush stroke lettering. It's such a pretty font. I've used it on a few different cards for the release already, and I can see it definitely being a go-to. And that funny one with the spider, I will always be here for you. Just made me think of a creepy spider in the corner. And I thought that was a perfect sentiment to go together. All right, let's move on to the separate confetti cuts that are freestanding on their own. This one is the rounded stitched window. I used it again on that spider one. I just used the stitched window side. You can use them together, you can use them separate. So it's a great versatile die set that you can have lots of options, kind of make a window or mix and match those together. All right, then the next two, we have 2 sentiment ones. I die cut that trick or treat one just so you could kind of see it and see the size of it. There it is on a A2 card panel, so you can kind of see how big it is. I didn't have a card made with that one, so I wanted to make sure you could see how big it was. And then the Blessed, I used on that fridge wall art, also a great size. It's very similar size to an A2 card, a little bit different since I was making something to put on my fridge, so the size didn't matter as much. All right, next up we have All the Stars. This is a great little background panel. Great for a starry night scene. I used that on my little manger scene. I love the size of it, how it's the width of an A2 card, which gives you lots of fun ways to use that. All right, next up we have the squared window tag, which is 2 separate dies again that you can use separate or together. You can die cut the window into the tag, or as I used on this card, I just used that tag as a background for my flower on that card. I didn't actually use the window on it, but great for making shaker tags or anything fun like that as well. So another great option. All right, then we have the Stitched Circles cover panel. I used that on that card there, and it's a great size of an A2 card. Some of the circles cut out stitched, some of them cut out the circles, so you can kind of use them as peekaboo. I think it would be fun for shaker cards as well, and some different options like that. All right, and finally we have the newest 6x6 pattern paper pad. This one is called This and That, and there's some really great Christmassy and fall designs and patterns. I've used several of these on cards, mixing and matching the colors and the patterns. I love the different sizes. I like how there's some busier patterns and some simpler patterns. And another thing I really love about these paper pads, it's something I really look for in 6x6 paper pads. I like more than one of each pattern. And then I always store my extra scraps at the front of it there. That way if I ever need little bits of a certain bit, once I've used them on an A2 card, then I have extras if I need them. This card I just wanted to show you, I used that piece of pattern paper just kind of as a background. So sometimes if you look at a pattern paper and maybe it's busier and you don't think you'll use it a lot, that's a good way to tuck some of it on. And then right there I mixed and matched 3 different of the pattern papers together for that. All right, there you go. That is a look at the entire release. The 6x6 pattern paper pad, 6 standalone confetti cuts, 1 standalone stamp set, and 5 stamp sets with their own coordinating confetti cuts. Lots of great options, lots of fall, lots of Christmassy designs, and then some fun sentiments and even a beautiful floral image in there. I can't wait to see what your favorites are. Hope you enjoyed and have a wonderful day.